in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Today, I want to address a question that is often raised, sometimes with confusion and sometimes with concern.
Why, in Islam, does a brother receive a share of inheritance that is double that of a sister? To understand this, we must begin not with assumptions, but with the actual words of Allah in the Quran. Allah says in Surah An-Nisa, verse 11,
Allah instructs you concerning your children. For the male, what is equal to the share of two females. At first glance, this may seem unequal, but Islam is not built on isolated rulings. It is a complete system of rights and responsibilities. When we look deeper, we see that this ruling is part of a broader framework of justice, not inequality.
in Islam, financial responsibility is not shared equally between men and women. Rather, it is distributed based on roles. A man is obligated to financially provide for his family.
His wife, his children, and in some cases even extended family members. This includes housing, food, clothing, and general living expenses.
الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم.
Allah says in the Quran, men are the protectors and maintainers of women because Allah has given one more strength than the other and because they support them from their means. Quran 4:34. This means that whatever wealth a man receives, including inheritance, is not entirely his to spend freely. A significant portion of it is already assigned to others through obligation.
On the other hand, a woman in Islam has no financial obligation to provide for anyone, not even herself. Her wealth is entirely her own.
If she inherits money, she is not required to spend it on her household, even if she is married. Her husband is still responsible for her financial care. So when a sister receives half the share of her brother, she is not actually at a disadvantage in practical terms. In fact, she often retains more personal wealth because she is not required to spend it. Let's consider a simple example. If a brother inherits £10,000 and a sister inherits £5,000, the brother may be required to use his share to support a family. Rent, bills, food, and more. The sister, however, can save, invest, or spend her £5,000 entirely as she chooses. In reality, her financial security is protected in a different way. It's also important to understand that this 2-1 ratio is not universal in all inheritance cases in Islam. There are situations where women inherit equal shares to men, and even cases where women inherit more than men. The system is nuanced and depends on family structure and relationships. The key principle here is not sameness, but justice. Islam does not always aim for equal distribution, it aims for fair distribution based on responsibility. In a world where equality is often understood as identical treatment, Islam introduces a more balanced concept: equity.
Each individual is given rights in proportion to their duties. This system, revealed over 1,400 years ago, was actually revolutionary for its time. Before Islam, women in many societies inherited nothing at all. The Quran not only granted women inheritance, but clearly defined and protected their shares. Allah says,
للرجال نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون وللنساء نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون مما قل منه أو كثر نصيبا مفروضا.
For men is a share of what the parents and close relatives leave, and for women is a share of what the parents and close relatives leave, be it little or much, an obligatory share.
Quran 4:7. So when we ask why a brother receives double the share of a sister, the answer is not rooted in favoritism, but in responsibility.
The brother is accountable for financial duties that the sister is not burdened with.
Islam's inheritance laws are part of a carefully balanced system designed to ensure fairness, social stability, and protection for all members of society.
In conclusion, this ruling is not about valuing one gender over another. It is about assigning roles and responsibilities in a way that ensures justice when viewed in it. In full context, the wisdom behind it becomes clear. May Allah grant us understanding and guide us to appreciate the depth and balance of His laws. Thank you.